The Null-class Advanced Recon Commandos were the first clones of Jango Fett. Unfortunately, the clones were deemed failures by their Kaminoan cloners and so were not placed into mass production. With no foreseeable future in the Grand Army of the Republic, the six were saved from termination by Mandalorian mercenary Kal Skirata, who planned to use them as an elite group of commandos. Welcome to Kal Star Wars Lore episode 117, Null-class Arcs. During the early stages of the Clone Army's creation, Jango Fett and his Mandalorian military advisors advocated the creation of clones capable of carrying out missions too delicate for regular units. Before the cloning process began, the Kaminoans altered Fett's DNA to enhance preferable gene traits like loyalty, aggression, and discipline. However, in order to achieve such, the Kaminoans had to manipulate the clone's aging process, meaning each Null aged twice the rate of regular humans. Because of this, when the clones reached the age of 10, they resembled Fett during his early 20s, allowing them to begin combat training. The Null's genetic structure gifted them with better perception, a photographic memory, and a greater intelligence. Speaking of the latter, their intelligence test scored 35% higher than other commandos. The combination of their intense training and genetics gave the Nulls mental capabilities beyond that of regular clones. In addition, their physiology was also greater, making them stronger, faster, and heavier. As a further extension of Jango, each clone developed his Conquered Dawn accent and speech patterns during their training. Initially, when the Kaminoans began the cloning process, 12 prototype Null-class arcs were produced. Unfortunately, due to the extreme physiological modifications, half of them died almost immediately. Furthermore, the genetic enhancements handicapped the Nulls with erratic behaviour, unpredictable loyalty, an inclination towards disobedience, and a high sensitivity to minute personal details. Following the Kaminoans' decision to terminate the clones due to the unsatisfactory results, Kal Skirata stepped in with the support of Fett to save the Nulls and began training them. Because of his intervention, the clones were only loyal to Skirata. The Mandalorian noticed that the Nulls had a peckish appetite and a sweet tooth, which he claimed was due to their maturation and metabolic need to fuel their rapid aging. Looking at Null-class Arcs training in more detail, Kal volunteered to train them as Black Ops commandos. After naming each individually, he taught them their Mandalorian heritage. At the young age of 2, all the Nulls had undergone flash instructions and live ordnance tests in which they scored highly. Once completing their accelerated growth, the clones trained in Mandalorian military and survival combat, learning how to kill and destroy targets by any means possible. They even faced near-death torture to become resistant to interrogation. Skirata taught his men of an interrogation technique of shutting out reality to become someone who was not being interrogated. In addition, the Nulls were trained in other essential warfare skills like assassination, anti-terrorism, covert ops, espionage, and medicine. To build upon this, Kal taught each clone how to wield and handle a variety of weapons, ranging from blaster and sniper rifles to hand-to-hand combat. Further into their training, the Nulls learned how to maneuver in zero gravity. In culmination, their training taught them to act without thinking, just like how a Jedi used the Force. If you want to learn more about Null-class arcs, such as the missions they participated in, each member of the team, and the group's feud with the Alpha-class arcs, click the link on screen or the one in the description. Now it's time for this week's question. Should the Null-class arcs have featured in the movies or the Clone Wars series? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to vote for next week's episode by liking one of the 3 comments below, and for more Star Wars lore, keep it locked here. Kanata had the chance to become a Jedi, and she even shared many stories of her encounters with Jedi Knights and Masters, but she only used the Force to stay out of danger.